Hey guys, it's AdvancedMapFreak and I'm here creating another tutorial, and this time I am doing the request of how to change the background of Pokemon Fire Red. And I've seen many tutorials and people have done how to change the Charizard, how to even change the logo. And today I'm going to show you, if my keyboard stops rattling, I'm going to show you how to change the actual background. Yes, where the flames are. I'm telling you now, it's going to be a static image. There's not going to be any animation. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to do it, and I've seen in a lot of tutorials, both readable and watchable and hand signable. No, that just wasn't funny, sorry. But I've watched loads of tutorials and they all seem to have glitchy tiles in the corner when you load it up on VBA. And I might call myself a perfectionist, or I might just say that I've seen people do it and I've seen people not have glitchy tiles. So how come I keep getting glitchy tiles? Now I've finally worked out how to not get glitchy tiles. And this is what this tutorial will hopefully show you guys, so you guys can also not get glitchy tiles. Okay, so I've loaded up a few backgrounds. This is a rip sheet of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. And as you can see, credit to Mega Leo. I've given you credit, Mega Leo. Don't hunt me down. And I just want to give a tip, a quite vital tip, that this background may seem very enticing. This one also very enticing. Even this one to an extent, extremely enticing. Although I'm going to have to pick this red one. Why? Because it's plain and simple, and we're going to have to break it down into tiles, and yeah. So to give you an example, for example, you know on how Advanced Map, when you're making maps, why can't the houses just be fully built for you on the bit on the side? Oh, I really should learn my names. On the toolbar on the side. Yes, that's what it's called, the toolbar or whatever, on the side. Why can't it just have it fully there for you? That's because some tiles are used more than once in that same house. So what's the need of putting the same tile twice in the toolbar? And that's because it's a tile set and not a tile map. A tile map is what you're creating. Tile set is a set of the tiles, and there's not more than one tile in there. But anyway, so let's just say you've cut it out, and one helpful tip is that if you put it into a paint and you're having difficulty kind of grabbing the edge, oh no, what do we do? Then you can zoom in and you can press Control A, and that selects everything and gives you handy accuracy when moving it to the corner. That way also then you can come down to the sides. Wait, where's the little thing? Where is it? Oh wait, you have to go off this first. No, not that. Yes. Then you can go on this, and you can shrink down the whole canvas accurately to fit the size of your image. So, there we go. So now this is our image, and the first thing we do is create a black box. Yes, a black box in the corner of our image. Now, mine's quite plain and simple, so it's not really getting rid of anything. So I recommend watching this whole video, kind of getting to grips what the tips and tricks are, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and then trying it yourself and watching it again, maybe get me more views. Yeah, so I'm going to put a black box here. And handily enough, I think the size of this black box is just right for NTME, which is something I'll explain later. So then we can save this as red back. This one was a different test. I think I'll just replace it. Thank you very much. Now if we, yep, I've had 2 tests just to make sure this was correct, and I finally nailed it. Now if we open this image, oh by the way, common sense thing here, if we're working with sprites and stuff, make sure it's all .png. Just do it, please. I don't need to explain myself why. And open with Irfan View. I just like using Irfan View. I'm used to the interface. You know, it's quite simple to use. It'd be a bit annoying if the scroll wheel function didn't mean changing through all the images in the folder. But yeah, I can't design programs, so well done, Mr. Irfan. So we've opened it, and the first thing we do is we go to Image and we decrease the color depth. Now, may I note, for those people who don't know, I mean, there was a point where I didn't know as well, what we're doing right now is indexing the image. Indexing the image means simply decreasing the colors to 16. Okay, maybe, oh, wait a second, there's something else I want to show you as well. Dun, 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 dun. Why has our background turned into sand? Our background has turned into sand because we have used Floyd-Steinberg dithering. Now, if you have plain backgrounds like mine, and you have Floyd-Steinberg dithering selected, then when decreasing the colors, a bunch of dots will appear because it's trying to dither the image and create a color mix by dithering it, by making more dots. Anyway, so if you have lots of plain colors, then unselect use Floyd-Steinberg dithering, and magically it won't have loads of dots in it. Yay! Okay, back to the image. We need to decrease it to 16 colors, and then your image will be indexed, which means if you go on Paint and try to add another color, it will say, no, sorry Bob, you're not allowed to. So now we go on to Edit Palette, and the reason we put a black box in there is that the first color in the palette will be the transparent color. If we did not put that black box in there, then most probably our first color would be the background of the orange. And what would happen is that would become transparent when we insert it to the game, and you'd still see the flames and stuff behind it, and it'd look really, really tacky. Unless you have a way of using that, use it as much as you want, but I'm just going to stay simple here because I'm a simple kind of guy. So just for the future, we'll export the palette because we'll need that to make sure the colors come out right and the transparency is correct, of course. Oop, here we go. And to keep things simple, I'll name it palfile. palfile.pal. Save. Now that we've done that, we will need to save this, and we can go on Save As. You could save original folder means save it in the original folder it was in. But I like to save it as something different, just in case I need to make a few changes before it's indexed, like even if I do want to change colors or something. See, this is why I said don't pick a too complex one, because number one, it might not look good in 16 colors. Yep, you can't pick rainbows and flying things, stuff like that. Oop, that's the second test. You have to pick something quite simple, quite basic. Red back. Save it as .png. That just keeps pixels as they are, doesn't blend anything. Simple as. So we save this. And what was I saying? Oh yes, 16 colors. That's one rule. And now I'm going to explain the second rule of creating the background. We can close the reference view now. We can even close, nope, leave it open. Now we open our indexed image. The reference view one. Now if you look closely and compare the two, I'm not going to because my computer is really slow, then you'll notice that this one is a bit crisper, the colors are less, and let's just say I decide to throw in a red. It does not let me. That's not red, you fool. That's a different weird orange. That's because this only registers 16 colors and does not allow me to use new ones. So that means it is properly indexed. Now, back to more serious stuff. This is going to be a tile set. So we need to make it into a set of tiles. What we can do is, similarly to how advanced map is split into random stuff, we can now move around and, we can now move around stuff and condense it so that it fits onto a reasonable sized plane. So how we would do that is, firstly, if you do have a consistent color background that's not white, then you right-click on the color background that you're moving stuff from, use the select tool and click invisible background, and then because it thinks the background color is that orange, you will have no problems. Although if you go over, oh no, you have no problems. There you go. It goes over. Anyway, let's just put it here. Now, if I remember correctly, the space of that black square that it makes automatically on Paint is the size of the selectors in NTME, nameless tilemap editor. But just to be on the safe side, it's this one, the biggest one. There you go. I've lined it up so we can check it out right now. Yep, that's how well prepared I am for these videos. But anyway, that's not the point. Now we can rub out these clouds. So you see what I'm doing? I've rubbed out those clouds because I can insert them in later. I only need one cloud. I can insert the rest in later. Now, we need to sort out these things. If we zoom down, now this is why it's kind of handy to have this, because I can see how big one block of something is. So if I look for, I found this before, where the loop was, I think the loop was here, if I remember correctly. The loop was right there. So then from there, no, it's one off, right there. That's where the loop is. So if I just color that in there, and then rub out, use the biggest rubber, yeah, biggest rubber, and I rub out, that's not rubbing it out. So, well, rather than just saying what I'm doing, I'll explain it a bit better. I am removing the tiles that are duplicated. That way we can condense the canvas of the image, the full size of the image. And I will do a bit of actual condensing right now. So, whoops. Let's see. Why am I so slow today? There we go. Alright, so now, as you can see, I'm pointing with my finger on the screen. As you can see, these clouds are very similar. So we can get rid of them, but we can't just rub them out like we've done with everything else. What would be best to do is completely get rid of them. And we do that by just grabbing a bunch of this. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much, but we can grab it there. You guys can be more exact in yours. I'm kind of not rushing this. This is what I did with my other tests as well. But I'm kind of being hit or miss here. Yep. You just kind of grab it. And yeah, technically you could get rid of this. I hope this... No, wait, let me just do it. Not properly, but just a bit better than that. Alright, you know what, I won't get rid of too much. I'll get rid of that much. There. That much. Because that's all duplicated from there. It's all duplicated. So if I delete that, and it comes out orange, then what I can do is I can use the same tool, the grabby tool of course, select this and bring it across all the way to this side. And can you see how we've saved this much space? Because rule number 3, rule number 1 must be 16 colors. Rule number 2 must look good in 16 colors. Rule number 3 is that the width, oh no, wait, yeah, don't worry, I know what rule number 2 is, I've just not said it yet. Rule number 3 is that the width of this image needs to be less than 256 pixels. So, at the moment, I think it is about that. It is a tiny bit less, or it's exactly the same. It needs to be less than that. So I am going to cut off all of this. Wait, I can't see exactly what I'm doing. Oh, I need to check. I need to make sure I'm not cutting off any valuable clouds. Alright, here we go. There. Now it is 208. The height, as far as I know, just leave it the default dimension for what's it called, for advanced map, which is 168. Yep, and rule number 2, vital rule number 2, is that the dimensions must be divisible by 8. And me being very lucky with that guess of a cut, my width was 208, which, as we all know, is a multiple of 8, I hope. Otherwise I'm going to have to record me saying this again. Yep. Now that I've done this, you can see how I've drastically cut it down. This, I didn't really need to do that, but just to show you for your maps and things. And technically I could get rid of all of this cloud as well and flip this, but let me just show you what I've done. Now I like to save this as a different copy in case I've done the tiling wrong or something. Irfan 1, let's just call it. So imaginative. Now, I'm saying this now because I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. It might be a 2-parter. I'm not sure if it exceeds something ridiculous like 30 minutes. It did take me a while to do, and it's a bit repetitive. But anyway, the next thing we need to open up is nameless tile map editor /NTME. Now, I'll probably put a link for this on my website. There will be a link for this. The link for my website is advancedfreak.webs.com. Advanced, as in past tense, advancedfreak.webs.com. The link for that will probably be in the description. And what we need to do is open our tile set, which, as I've mentioned, tile set of tiles is the shortened, shrunken down one. Red elephant 1. Here we go. Now we've loaded this up. And what I like to do, I'll do that later. Well, in like 2 seconds. You change the preset size to fire red, leaf green, TS. TS stands for title screen. I like to make sure it says that, because if it says custom, then I've got a bad feeling about that. It's not really custom. Yep. Now what I like to do, as I was mentioning before, is, oh no, I missed the black line. Don't you hate it when that happens? Anyway, as you can see, this yellow thing selects which tile you want to insert, and here you can select more than one tile. Yeah. So then what I like to do is select the whole thing. Actually, no, I don't like doing that. That is very ineffective. I like to select as much as is interrupted. So about this much is interrupted. And then I like to scroll all the way down and put in as much as I can in one go. So yeah, I can put in, look, my height is not the full height of the VBA, by the way. But as long as it's divisible by 8, you should be okay. So if I move down by 1, then I can see, look, that fits. There you go. I hope that made sense to you. I was just kind of muttering and missing out stuff. Yeah, so then I put that much in. And as you can see, this is the tile map. So this is what it will actually look like. And if you were worried about that black square, it's not there anymore. Yay! Now what we can do is if we decrease the wrong thing. If we decrease the height, and select the confetti, then we can go across the floor and repaint our confetti. Yay! Confetti for the win. And yeah, so what we could also do is then this is where it gets a bit, not monotonous. Monotonous is not the right word. This is advanced mapping. Advanced mapping is not monotonous. It is brilliant. Yeah, this is where you just have to keep, now this is where you just insert stuff. So as you can see, same set of clouds, but, actually, no, wait, that's a bit, see, so like, I'm just plonking on clouds really here, not with the utmost accuracy. What I should do first is, what I recommend is, if you've condensed it like how I've condensed it, cut something down the middle, then it'd be best if you put in both sides first. So if you put in, like how I'm doing, if I'm putting in this whole right-hand side cloud, and then I put in the whole left-hand side cloud, because at least that way you know where everything is going and how much space you have left. Look, I'm just putting in clouds in like I have all the space in the world, whereas I'm quite running low. So, yep, it's become a bit more apparent now that this black dotted line has appeared. Oh wow, the black dotted line has appeared. Yep, but that black dotted line is where you won't see your image anymore. So that is the line of death, the line where you will not see anything. So you can put your tiles directly on that line, but because I am blind and I missed out that black line, I think if I try to do it, then there'll be a black line on my tile screen. So I'm just going to be on the safe side and paste it one set of pixels over. And now, as you can see, I need to sort out these clouds again. So, just give me a second to do that. Alright, by the way, the size of this one pixel is the same size as the large brush on Paint. I think it should be 10 by 10, although I think I measured it 8 by 8. Well, if you want to do the math, If you want to do the experiment, you do that. But I'm just saying that that is what it is. It is that block. So that's really handy if you ever want to measure something like, oh, how big is this? Can I fit this in on 3 tiles? Can I fit this in on 4 tiles? How many tile space will it take? Then you can use the big black square or any color square. Don't be racist to squares. And you can use that to what was I going to say? You were going to use that to measure. Yes, to measure. Now, personally, this time, not because I've been rushing, because it is really difficult to work out doubled tiles and things. I've just, obviously, as you can see, there's about 100 doubled tiles here. So this tile set can be a lot smaller than it actually is. But if your if your original images, whoops, get rid of that. If your original images are a bit more complex than mine, I picked a really easy one. If yours are a bit more complex than mine, then you might need to make your tile set fit. Don't forget the 3 main rules. Everybody repeat after me. 16 colors. What's the second one? Damn it, I forgot the second one. 16 colors. Divisible by 8, and the dimensions have to be divisible by 8, and lastly, the width has to be less than 256 pixels. Height can be anything, apparently. Yeah, but I don't seem to exceed that number I said before. I cannot honestly remember for the life of me. Now that you've done that, you go onto palette map and change everything to glorious ease. Glorious ease. Now, I don't know which way is faster, going free. Oh, my computer's lagging because I'm recording the screen. But I'm not sure which way is faster, either doing it the mechanical way, which is going up and down across here like this, and getting everyone exactly. My computer's lagging after this, so slow. Or just going freestyle crazy all over the place and then thinking it. You guys tell me what you do, how you do it. I'm not going to talk through all of this. I'm probably going to skip this, starting from now. Alright, so I've finally finished putting ease everywhere, and you might ask, do I need to put ease here? And admittedly, I've not really tested if you can or cannot, but apparently you do not need to. These tiles will not show up, thus they do not need ease. But I like to play it safe, and I decided just to put ease there anyway. Now, you go on File and Save Tile Map. This is the tile map of the tiles. And this will be saved as a .raw. So you could call it the raw file, tile map file. I think I'll just call it raw file. Save. Oh, tile map was saved successfully. Just give me a second, I'm going to go turn my lights on. And I'm back thanks to the power of editing that only took you a second and me 5 seconds. So now that we've done this, we don't really need nameless tile map editor open anymore, if I remember correctly. And now we can go straight on to Unleash GBA. Now, you press Open File, and you pick your ROM. Like I said, make a backup. I don't want to get loads of angry comments. Like I get loads of comments anyway about anything. But yes, and you pick your ROM, and yep, it will say this, and it does take a while, especially when you're recording. I might as well just take this time to quickly say that, thanks for all the guys that have subscribed to my channel and gone on my website, and people who have become members on my website. Very helpful. And I seem to notice more members than subscribers. That is very odd. So members, if you're watching this, then you should subscribe to my channel. It will help me loads. Anyway, now, what we do is we go to 2013, next year. Alright, and we press Go To. And if you look, it is the Press Start 2004 Game Freak thing. Yeah, that is what we're actually changing. That is what we're messing around with. So, yep, for all those clever people out there, the actual button Press Start will not be there on the screen. That is the only downside of this method. But to be fair, most other methods, even the glitchy tile methods, do not show the press start button anyway. So at least this way you don't have glitchy tiles in the corner of the screen. So now you press import, and you import your tile set. Yep, tile set right there, nice and happy. And you click write to ROM. Export image and auto abort if new data is bigger should automatically be selected. You press OK, and it will most definitely say that the compressed size is something which is too big, aborting. Now you have to make a note of this size. We have done this in the inserting sprites tutorial before. You make a note of this size, F08. Do I have a pen? No, I can remember. Okay. F08, 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 F08. Then we go on Free Space Finder, F08, F08, F08. We go on Free Space Finder, and we open our ROM. Free Space Finder, I think I've already got the link for that. Yep, the link for all these programs I've ever used, I think even Irfan View, should be on the website. And, oh, why is everything set to the second folder test? The second test folder. Freudian slip. And you open your ROM. Then, in the hex box 360. Yeah, but anyway, in the second box, you type in, what was it? F08. You type in the number, because the number was in hex. And then you can copy this number, Control C, into the needed bytes box. No, go away. So you would write the hex number in the hex box, and copy and paste the dex number, which is decimal, into the needed bytes section, because that's how much space we need. Search from the beginning of the ROM you should select, and press find. Copy this about 20 times. Don't close Free Space Finder yet. Quite handy. That was annoying for me when I did it this last time. And what you do is you paste it into the image offset, Control V, and click automatically fix pointers, and press OK. It should say pointer found at something, and then you press OK. If it doesn't say that, then you've probably done something wrong, because it's always said that for me, and I know probably every tutorial says that, but something always goes wrong with somebody. Anyway, then you press Next, or you go to 2014, and then you go on File and Load Raw. Not Load Cooked, Load Raw. Oh, yep, I'm in the right place. Raw file, yay! And you double-click on the raw file, and it should load the raw file. Now, it won't look like it's made much difference, but it has. So just trust Unwiz's GPA. Press Write to ROM, and I unselect automatically fix pointers, and I press OK, and a different compressed size will appear. 41C, 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 41C. Then you copy the decimal number into the needed byte section. You will notice the skip interval does not change, so you click search from the beginning of the ROM and it will change again. Then you press find, then you press copy. That's probably the fastest instruction I've said in this whole video, and I think I will speed it up now for no reason at all. Then you press write to ROM. Automatically fix pointers. Then you go on image offset, then you press Control V, or you just right click and press paste, although I'm not going to do it again. Make sure you leave the 2 zeros there. Okay, this is probably not helping you, and it's kind of annoying for me. Make sure you leave the 2 zeros there, although if there's no 2 zeros there, which I don't think there is for anything, then just put 2 zeros there. Well, anyway, there you go. You put it in, automatically fix pointers, a break, or OK, press OK. It says pointer found, and press OK, and then that's that. Now what you do to import the palette, if you loaded this up on a VBA, I'm not going to do it because my computer is extremely slow. If you upload this on VBA, and check it, then it should be there. It should be there, but the colors will be like totally messed up, dude. And the colors will be totally messed up. So to change the messing up of the colors, you can minimize this and open Ape. Rise of the advanced palette editors. Ooh, okay. And of course you open your ROM, the right ROM. Not the second test ROM, that one's already been sorted out. And you open up the right ROM. Now in the offset hex box, I'm not going to make the same joke, 360, damn it. you type in 00 E A E O 94, bingo! Well, you type that in and you press load. And these are the colors that it is trying to use. So that is the transparent color, that's the other colors, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. Now you click on this button, import, and this is why you should have saved the PAL file. But I did save the PAL file. Where is it? OMG, OMG. No. If you look down here, then you'll see .pal. Yeah, you click on it, and there it is. Now, don't be confused. This PAL file is, I'm assuming, the PAL file of the whole game. You want PAL file.pal. You load it up, and you're pretty much done. Uh-oh, invalid PAL is loaded. Let me just try this again. I'm sure it's just nothing happening. I'm not gonna, start recording this whole thing again just because it's messed up. Oh no! Runtime error 13. Type mismatch. Well, I didn't type anything though. Okay, I'm just gonna press OK. No. Before you do anything, print the screen, or if you have Snagit or some other image recording software from your screen, record this screen, but record it without the mouse in the... Actually, print screen records it even if the mouse is in the way. Record the screen, then press OK, because what's going to happen is the ape is going to go bananas. Ape closed. Ah. Yeah, that will happen. That is meant to happen. I know my mad acting skills might have led you to believe that something was truly happening, but I was just lying to you. Yes, it is cruel, but I was lying to you. Anyway, well, you'll need to open ape again. Yeah, so that you can change it. If yours didn't do any of this, like if it didn't say type error mismatch, then don't do any of this. You won't need to. I'll tell you when you need to start doing stuff. So you open ape again, and you open up a paint, because if you remember, we were smart enough to print the screen before it closed itself. You don't necessarily have to print the screen. Like I said, you can use Snagit, or alternatively, you could just write all those numbers down, the numbers I'm about to show you. Right, so if you open up a paint, and you would press Control V. It usually helps if you select the program first. And as you can see, we are reliving our worst nightmare. Now what you do is you can just click a different tool and then click back on the select tool, and this just makes it a bit easier for me to concentrate. You copy or cut this out, file, new, do not save changes to untitled. Control V and you paste this in. Now not apparently, it's happened to me a few times and it's kind of weird that if you go off this or if you do something else, then the image just disappears, because I think the root source of the image just goes, because we've said it's a print screen, it's a bit dodgy in the first place, even though it's a button on the keyboard. So I tend to save it. Somewhere, and we might as well just leave it called untitled. But we have to be neat. Capital U. Save. And now it's saved. Now minimize the screen. Not fully, do the change window size thing. And mine is already set to quite a small size. Now you open up a second paint. And now you'll need to open up ape again. Da-da-da. Ah, what's it doing? Yeah, that's why I saved it. Anyway, you open ROM, open up your ROM, as I just said. Type in the offset yet again, OEAE 094, load. And now what we have to do is the next fun task of, yes, you guessed it, typing in every single number. So if you could get somebody to read these out for you, it'd be really nice, because at least there somebody is feeling the pain with you. I'm not going to make you go through this. I'll just give you one piece of advice though. Just make sure you check the colors. On the bright side, if you do type in something wrong, then you'll notice. So for example, if I type in EE03, and I can see the green is slightly different. If I type EEO4, it's not even green anymore. Oh, rhyme not intended. But yeah. Anyway, I'll probably zoom to the end of this. Starting from now. So we're back, and that was the most boring 10 seconds of my life. So yeah, I typed them in, just quick time check them, blah, 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 blah. They look alright. Now what you do is you press replace, and replace again if you want. And if you press load, then you'll notice the colors are the same, which means it's worked because you've changed the colors, you've changed those old colors to these colors. And yeah, it's kind of done now. So I guess the last thing to do would be to open up your ROM and a Visual Boy Advance, and as I was saying, open up your ROM on the Visual Boy Advance, and it should be okay. Okay, I'm not going to go on Open Game Boy. All those other tests, I accidentally opened Game Boy. I've made sure I'm going to do it properly this time. Alright, that's the second test. That one definitely works, but I want to see the third test. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to show you the second test anyway. You won't hear this bit. I'll cut this bit out, and I'll and I'll show you a cut from the second one, and you'll see that, and you'll be pleased with what I've done, and you'll be like, wow, he's done it. Anyway, good thing I'm not showing you a script, because then you have to wait through the whole oak speech and stuff. Oh, maybe I'll teach you how to, well, maybe I'll have to learn myself and teach you how to change oak in his speech. It can't be that hard. Alright, moment of truth. Din, 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 din. Balls. Yeah, I don't know if I'll skip it. I mean, I still have to do it. Why do I have to sit through this pain while you guys just watch it skipped? It's not fair. I don't know. This video is going to take the mic to edit. Oh, that's so unfair. I went over you, silly zero. This is so fun. Fun is what I said. Oh, for fun's sake. Yes, that is what I said. This is what I am saying. You know, this usually doesn't take so long on a non-recording computer. Oh, my computer is so old. Jesus used this computer. Sorry for all those people who believe in Jesus. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. Okay, I just ruined a perfectly good joke there. Anyway. Magic E turns kit into kite. Bit into bite. Shit into shite. Oh, I can't say that. I can't say that. Naughty word. I'm saying naughty word. You could have young viewers out there. But it's kind of funny though, isn't it? Apparently my voice sounds very different when I record. I don't have this deep of a voice. I watch my own videos. Yeah, how do you think they have so many hundreds of views? No, but my voice does sound a bit different. In real life, I can assure you, I do not sound like that rapper Gigs, apparently, who also has an extremely deep voice. No, that voice did not use any special effects. Oh no, we almost finished. I'm going to have to put this in the bloopers, aren't I? This whole sequence of me speaking. Okay, starting from now. No, go away. I'm recording. Why are you talking to me then? Because I can just cut it out. Although I'll probably put it in the blooper section because there was one part which was really dodgy. Anyway, close the door, it's freezing in here. Thank you. Okay. Alright, I have done something very wrong, and I think I'm going to quickly see if crap. Shoot. Yeah, you just load again.